Hello, everybody. Another pod for the week here at 2K Podcast, hosted by Rib, as you know. Well, let's just say the excitement from the last pod is not gonna exactly transfer over to this pod. Just getting a lot of people, not too happy about certain things for very obvious reasons. And I guess let me show you a YouTube short that I made. You may or may not have seen it, but I will play it for you here on the pod. No, in NBA 2K24, there will be season passes. On top of the free pass, you have two paid passes in Pro Pass and Hall of Fame Pass. Last year, you got 10% XP boost for the year with the Championship Edition. This year, you get a 15% XP boost if you buy the $20 pass. And if you buy the 25th Anniversary Edition, you get 16 level skips for the year. Note that you will have to buy the pass every 6 weeks as a new season comes out if you want to have the 15% XP boost again. Also, the reintroduction of the rep system is separate from the season pass. Lastly, the NBA 2K24 Season Pass will be available on all platforms that you can get NBA 2K24. Alright, so a paid Season Pass is introduced to 2K, and for some people, I think we've kind of expected that to be, something we'd see in the near future. A lot of people, of course, are upset. The NBA 2K Reddit is shambles for the most part. Twitter is actually mostly okay with it seems. And I will show you here some of the Season 1 goodies that you can get. So the Pro Pass Season 1, you have access to 45k earnable VC, which basically means as you level, you'll have little pockets of VC here and there. Maybe at level 4, then at level 8, maybe at level 12, whatever. Up to 45k VC. This is with the $10 American pass, the Pro Pass. And this year, both seasons for the My Player and the My Team are combined, or My Career and My Team are combined. So when you work on your My Career, you're also getting stuff for your My Team, and vice versa, which is actually probably the best thing about the whole Season Pass stuff that we're getting. You do have the free version of the pass, which still gives you the 40 levels that you already know. Pro Pass gives you an extra 40 levels on top of the free 40 levels, and then the Hall of Fame Pass gives you a 15% XP boost, and you skip some levels and you get 15 KVC immediately, which I guess is nice. Well, some of the complaints involve, game is 70, 90, even $100 if you're in Canada for the standard edition, and now they have this going on. Check here in the Reddit. See that the front page is loaded, completely loaded with posts about the season pass and how unhappy people are. The entire front page is literally crazy. And most people are not very happy about it because, I mean, it's kind of obvious why most people are not happy about it. But I guess let's try to understand why people are happy about the season. Well, I think some people see the season as an alternative to buying the game and buying VC at release. Some people will probably opt to just buy the game and then buy one of the passes, the $10 or the $20 one. instead of spending $50 or $100 extra on VC, which I understand that, but I also want to point out that you're already spending 60, 70, 80, 90, $100. I'm pretty sure in Australian dollars it's even more for just the standard edition of the game. I'm Canadian. I'd be spending $100 for the standard edition of the game. Because of taxes, you get $10 tax. The standard edition would be $89.99, I believe. Anyway, it's a lot of money for just the standard version of the game. And on top of that, we've normalized spending money on VC for your builder because nobody wants to go through the grind of, 60 to 99 or whatever the overall is. So in that aspect, including this season stuff is problematic, of course. We don't know exactly how the My Career stuff is going to be yet. If it's going to start us at level 60, is the grind going to be unbearable? Is the normalization of buying the game and buying VC still a thing on top of now the season passes? Because if so, then yeah, I can understand a lot of the frustration, the anger, the chaos that's going on in the community with this stuff. I get it. That's a lot of money. That's what we're talking. For a year-to-year game, we're talking like, $200-$300 that you're spending on just playing the game. That's insanity when you think about the game, and then think about all the additions of the game. You have the 100, the 150. You have to buy PS Plus if you want to play online. And then if you're a My Team guy, you're probably going to spend money on packs. If you're a My Player guy, you're probably going to spend money on your builder. And then you want to make new characters, you got to spend more VC. Now you got the season pass. There's a lot of stuff. It's a lot of money here, money there, spending money everywhere. It's not cool. But if they changed the My Career stuff, if they changed the player builder thing to be more user friendly, and I guess the setback for 2K is the addition of the season pass stuff to kind of make up for the changes in the My Player, then maybe it won't be as bad, right? I mean, VC in the season pass, I think, is the thing that people are looking at as a plus. So if you buy the Pro Pass, which is $10 American, you actually get more VC than if you were just buying the VC with the $10. You actually get more VC and you get all the other rewards that you can get for 80 levels per season. When you look at it that way, Pro Pass seems like really, really good value. The Hall of Fame Pass is not as good value, in my opinion. But imagine, let's say, when you start your My Player, your My Career, and you're in your builder, blah, blah, blah. Let's say maybe the builds are not as expensive. Let's say maybe it's not so bad to start at 60 or 70 overall. You can go online right away. Maybe there's incentives to not spend a ton of money and just go right away to 85 or whatever the max is for 24 at the beginning of the year. Let's say that they've made changes there. Like, if they made changes there, I am okay with meeting 2K in the middle where, okay, builds are not as much. You don't have to spend money to get to 85 to go online right away. Here's a season pass. Like, I can sort of get it because I understand that at the end of the day, the 2K, 2K is trying to make money. That it's a business. Video games are a business. And obviously for the consumer, we're looking for the most value we can get out of our game. And I'm not like angry like a lot of people are. I'm interested. I'm curious. We don't know all the rewards yet. We know there's VC involved in the rewards. A lot of people are assuming that these passes are an additional cost on top of buying online subscription, buying your build, buying the base game. We're assuming that, not knowing what the build situation is like for 24. So, I guess my advice is let's just kind of, let's just wait it out. Let's see what's gonna happen. Let's hope, right? Let's hope for, maybe it's not the same thing. Maybe the builder, making your first My Career build, it's not gonna be as expensive. Maybe they have a respec option, which we've talked about before in a different podcast episode, where basically you can put VC into a build and you can take it out and put it like you maxed out your shooting. Maybe you didn't want to max out your shooting. So now you can take out some of the points you put into shooting and put into something else. Maybe there's some more freedom and customization in the builder that makes the season pass not sound so bad, because you won't be spending anywhere near as much money as you used to. If that happens, that's cool. If it is actually just an additional cost on top of everything, then yeah, that's gonna suck a lot. It's gonna make a lot of people upset and angry, and then I'm gonna have to be muting and giving warnings to everybody on the subreddit, because some people go crazy when they're angry, and they say a lot of mean, rude things that I'm sure they wouldn't say otherwise, and me and my team of volunteers gotta deal with it. So let's hope that things are not as bad as they seem. And that's basically where I'm gonna leave that at in that topic there. I do want to look at the scheduled news release page for the month. You guys remember a few podcasts ago I talked about all the news in August. That's the month where we get the goodies, and I will provide you with that picture again here. And well, week of August 14th involves gameplay, and we also got to see the season pass. So there are things not in the schedule, right, that we're still going to know about, because we did just get to know about season pass and its rewards in the same week, where you don't see anything else. A big gap, a big gap. And if you notice it, it's the only week that has a big gap. Which, when you think about it, can you imagine if you first saw this and it said season pass in here? People would be going insane. People would be going crazy. Like, I don't even want to know about the news no more. So that's probably a smart thing that they did. And I understand it. But we're almost at the second week here, and it's going to be the W, the My NBA mode, which a lot of people love, and the Mamba moments, which I'm sure some of you will love. Some people, I think now, after the gameplay stuff and the season stuff, I think people are asking about the builder and the badges, but that seems more like a My Career thing, like August 28th. You get little sneak previews here and there. If you do, I would imagine it would be this week, just because of the big gap. The big gap after gameplay with pro play, there were season passes. There's probably something else. And if there is something else, it's coming out today, as of me recording this podcast, and as of you listening to it, or in watching it, if you're listening and or watching on Friday, August 18th. So let's see what happens in literally a few hours. If there's anything to come out, it's going to be in a few hours from me releasing this. So it's 7:30 in the morning right now. So around, I'm going to say 10 a.m. Eastern, 11 a.m., around that time, 10, 11. If there's anything to come out, it'll be around there. And then maybe throughout the day, there'll be other things here and there. So exciting stuff. Very exciting stuff. And I mostly just wanted to make this podcast just to kind of, calm people down a little bit. Like, everything I'm reading on our subreddit is insanity. And these are just the posts I got, that we allowed to stay up because they were not breaking any rules. Some people said some things that were breaking a lot of rules. And you can tell that people are just, they've given up. They've given up. Some people have given up completely. Some people are being very loud about it. Look, taking a break from 2K is not a bad thing. I've done it. I've done it a few times. It makes me enjoy the game more when I come back to it. And it's not necessarily about the game being bad or good. It's about playing it so much that taking a break just to step back a little bit gives you a different perspective of things. And being angry and upset at things, even if you are correct to be angry and upset about them, there are ways to go about it to where the criticism and your emotions are voiced and they're heard, and no one is offended, because no one is calling anybody names, and no one is trying to be funny by going crazy and saying some things that they probably shouldn't be saying, right? So I just wanted to make this podcast to calm people down on that a little bit. Hopefully, get to know more, hopefully things are not as bad as we think. Again, I know I'm asking a lot for you guys to believe. Doesn't mean I necessarily believe. I'm on the fence right now. I'm on the fence about how I feel about the season passes. I hope I'm right. I hope the builder stuff, it's gotten some changes. I hope it's not just an additional cost on top of everything. I know some people said, oh, but it's optional. It's optional. Well, what else is optional is spending money on VC when you get the game for your build, because you're a 60 overall and you can just grind my career and get VC that way. That's also optional, but is it? Do you want to spend the first month of the game grinding an offline mode so that you can then go online? Or do you want to just get the game and go online because you spent all this money on the base game already and you bought, online subscription in Xbox or PlayStation, and because the game is completely online now, you can't play my career offline anyway. So, you know what I mean? Like, is it optional? The season pass may actually be optional, but yeah, there's a lot of issues that I hope get addressed. I'm not gonna go back into it. I'm not gonna go back down the rabbit hole here. I'm gonna keep this one shorter than usual. I hope this podcast brought you some well, I guess I'm not gonna say peace, but maybe some comfort in these troubling times where, last podcast was all hype and excitement, and this podcast is a bit more let's see where we're at. Yeah, thank you guys for listening and watching, and I'll see you guys on the next one.